Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Coach Mike with Elite Performance. Before I get started today, I want to say if you like the content on this channel, then look down, definitely hit that like button, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps the channel out, helps the channel grow, so that I can continue to bring you this type of science-based, clinically verifiable content about things that you can do to improve your health and increase your health, naturally without the use of pharmaceutical drugs and things like that. That being said, what I want to talk to you today about is fear and how it affects the body. Now, before I get into the science of that, I want to say I am not a religious person, all right? But I've studied a lot of religions, all right? I've studied Christianity, I've studied Islam, I've read the Bhagavad Gita, the Dhammapadas, the Tao. I've studied very ancient religions, I've studied a lot of them. And the one thing that they all have in common, they have a lot of things in common, but the one thing that they all have in common, I don't care which religion we're talking about, every last one of them says to be courageous. All of them say, don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. Fear not. Be strong. All right, so if what I'm about to say from a scientific point of view, if it doesn't resonate with you and you don't feel like this information is valuable, then at least look at it from the perspective of your religion. Because if you are religious in any way and you follow any of those religions, then your religion tells you to not be afraid. So if the science doesn't impress you or move you, I think it's a better word, then at least let your religion speak to you. All right. That being said, I want to talk about fear and the way fear affects the human body. All right. Now, when you are afraid, you activate the body's fight or flight response. All right. Tons of adrenaline, tons of cortisol is dumped into the blood, and the blood is rerouted to certain places in the body, and I'll get to that. But all of these things are done to mobilize the body to fight or flight. All right? And it's a great system, and it works perfectly short term. Let me give you an example. When the lion is stalking the zebra because the lion wants to eat, all right, cortisol and adrenaline is dumped into the lion's body. Blood is rerouted to the lion's body. It's the same exact process that happens in human beings. This is done so that the lion can go and hunt. All right? Rest and digest doesn't work when you're trying to go and hunt. So the body has to make some changes. Now, as soon as the zebra perceives that he's about to be dinner, same exact response. Cortisol, adrenaline, rerouting blood so that the zebra can mobilize to run away. Now, let's say the zebra gets away. The entire process took less than 5 minutes. The fight or flight response had a start and an end, right? And it wasn't long. And then the zebra went back to grazing. He went back to rest and digest. The lion probably needed a nap. So he went to sleep. The fight or flight started and ended, all right? But if you've been running from a lion since January, if your body has been in the fight or flight response since January, that's the problem. Now you're creating issues for yourself, okay? Because right here, it's called your viscera, okay? This is where your internal organs are. Now, you're made up of about 50 trillion cells. Every second, you lose 10 million cells. They just die, natural attrition. Every second, your body has to replace those 10 million cells. Now, if everything is working properly, it's not a problem. But if your immune system is inhibited in some sort of way, then there's a problem. Because the first thing that happens when you're afraid is the blood here in the viscera is rerouted into the arms and legs. Why? Just like the lion, just like the zebra. So you can fight or you can run away because you're afraid of something. All right, some external threat is making you afraid, so the body gets ready to deal with that fear. So the first thing you do is you cut off growth. You don't cut it off, but you really inhibit growth and maintenance. And remember, you're growing from the moment of conception to the minute you die. You're growing because your body constantly has to keep regenerating cells. So you're constantly growing. Don't think that you stop growing once you become an adult. You grow forever. All right. So if you're afraid, like I said, it inhibits growth and maintenance because you've pushed all of the blood out of the viscera and you've pushed it into the arms and legs. So simply being afraid causes that process to happen. All right, because it's just fear. The next thing that happens is, if I'm afraid, if there's a lion right here, all right, when you're in fight or flight, all right, you don't need to think rational. You don't need to be rational. If you are in real danger, you need to be reacting. So right here, this is the prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain that sets us apart from every animal on earth. This is what makes us special. Okay? When you're afraid, you don't need that anymore. The blood vessels in the prefrontal cortex are then squeezed shut and the blood is redirected into the limbic brain because you need to be reacting. So simply being afraid lowers your intelligence. That's huge. Okay? Now, the next thing that happens, all right, now your immune system is a very, very, very high energy system. It takes a lot of energy to run the immune system. Right? This is why when you're sick, you feel like you don't have any energy. Now, your immune system is in place to protect you from threats from the inside, not the outside. All right? From the inside. Well, when you're afraid and your body's perceiving a threat from outside, social distance, don't get close to me, wear a mask, don't breathe on me. All right? Your body's immune system shuts off in order to conserve energy for the fight or for the run. When you're afraid, you shut off your immune system. You make it easy for yourself to get sick and possibly die from something that shouldn't have been able to hurt you had your immune system been working the way that it was supposed to be working. This is what fear does to the human body. And I don't care who you are or what corner of this planet you live on, it works the same exact way. All right? They, whoever they are, the media, has been telling you to be afraid for 8 months. And if you've been in fight or flight for 8 months and you've inhibited growth and maintenance, you don't even have the ability to think rationally about what you're being told because you've pushed the blood from the part of your brain that gives you the ability to have a rational thought. I don't care how educated, I don't care how intelligent you think you are. You shut down your brain. You can't be rational right now. You can't be intelligent right now. It's impossible. Biology and chemistry just don't allow it to happen because you're afraid. Fear will take you out faster than a bullet or any virus on this earth. You can't be afraid, people. You just can't be afraid. It's gonna make you sick, right? Until next time, it's Coach Mike with Elite Performance. I'll see you later.